He was convicted of killing his 5-year-old son, Joe Clyde. Then a judge sentenced Joseph Daniels to life in prison.
But now, as News Channel 5's Nick Barris tells us, 2 years after that verdict, Daniels is asking for a new trial and taking his case to the appellate court.
Joseph Daniels' attorneys have now filed official notice with the state appellate court asking for a new trial. This comes 2 years after he was convicted of murdering his 5-year-old son, Joe Clyde.
As to the charge of first-degree murder and the perpetration of a felony crime, how does the jury find?
The verdict came down 2 years ago in Dixon County.
Guilty, sir.
Daniels is now serving 51 years in prison for the murder of his son, Joe Clyde. But his attorneys are now set to file an appeal addressing several issues, something they promised was coming after the verdict.
We had a lot of reversible errors in the trial, and so he's advised he wants to pursue an appeal.
First, the defense will argue the judge made a mistake allowing the jury to hear Daniels' confession.
Why did I kill my son?
They say the confession was coerced, that Daniels recanted, and that there was no evidence to support his claim he killed Joe Clyde. That leads to a second big issue. The child's body has never been found. There's no physical evidence, blood or DNA, to even prove Joe Clyde is dead. But remember, prosecutors did call Joe Clyde's older sibling, who testified at trial he witnessed Joseph beat his brother and carry him away.
The defendant started walking down the driveway?
Yes.
What had he done with Joe Clyde?
He had him in his arms.
That sibling testimony likely sealed Daniels' fate with the jury, but his attorneys on appeal are going to argue there are credibility issues both with that testimony and his confession. The appellate court will decide. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
All right, Nick, thank you. By the way, Joe Clyde's mother, Crystal, agreed to a plea deal to serve 15 years for aggravated child abuse, and there is no chance for her to appeal.